Ladies, gentlemen, and germs, welcome back to Rational Number Operations. Last episode of operating with rational numbers. Before we get into equations, awesome stuff. But first we got to learn how to subtract with these rational numbers. Rational numbers, all numbers, the set of all numbers that can be written as a fraction with integers, numerator, and denominator. They consist of all terminating and repeating decimals. So here we go. This is the key right here, over here, this little side note, subtraction. You are now never going to subtract again in your lives. You hate it. It's no good. You are going to change all subtraction to adding the opposite, and then you'll follow the rules for addition. Because remember, subtracting a pile is the same as adding a whole. Subtracting a pile is the same as adding a whole, so that's what we're going to do. I need a pen. Let's go green today. So if I want to get rid of that pile, I can just add a whole. Remember, or add a negative. So that's what we're going to do here. So the first thing you're going to do every time you see a subtraction is you're going to change it to addition. And then you are going to make the next addend the opposite. So you're going to change the second number. You keep, you change, you change. You keep, you change, delta, you change. Keep, change, change. So now I have 9 and 85 plus the opposite of 6 and 2/10. Well, this has a bigger absolute value, so I know my answer is going to be positive. And then I just take 6 and 2/10, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 3 and 65 easy as pie. As long as you can add integers, add rational numbers, you can subtract them. Let's look over here. I'm going to do number 2 for you. We have negative 2/9 minus 5/9. I don't know what minus means, but I do know that instead of taking something away, I can add the opposite of it. Well, look at this. Now I have the same sign. Now that's beautiful. I'm adding with the same sign. I keep the sign. I have common denominator already. I keep the denominator. All I have to do is add the numerator. And bada bing, bada boom, easy as pie. You guys are brilliant mathematicians. Please complete all of the ones for decimals, all the ones for fractions with the same numerator. And then I am going to do one more over here, a mixed number. Nothing changes. Everything's going to be the same, but I'm going to do a mixed number for you. I no longer know how to subtract. I've forgotten how to subtract. So I am going to add the opposite. Okay? So now I have 11 and 6/7, and I'm adding the opposite of 8 and 2/7. Well, this is cool. These have a common denominator, right? So I can do this crazy thing. I can take my whole numbers, and then I can take my fractions, and I'm left with 3 and 4/7. Ah, love it. So fun, so nice. I'm going to do this one for you as well, because these don't have a common denominator. I am going to add the opposite. We have different signs here, right? I have a positive and the opposite of a positive. This opposite is larger absolute value than 4. The opposite of 6, absolute value would be 6. The absolute value of 4 is 4. So this is bigger, so I know right off the bat that my solution is going to be a negative.